Whether we like it or not, and to be honest, we don't like it, spam is an inescapable reality of everyday life. You may get it on your phone, you may get it through email, you may even get it through those contact sites on our contact forms on our website. Here's the question though, is there any way we can cut it off from our lives? With us here on 207 is our tech guy, Rich Brooks from Flight New Media. So really, is there any way we can stop spam?
Rob, we can end spam in our lifetime.
No, I don't believe you.
No, I don't think we can. I think it's going to be an ongoing battle where some days the spammers will win, some days we'll win. And part of the issue is just, one person's spam is another person's cold call or cold outreach.
Yeah.
So, but if we can manage the spam, then I think we've made some real progress here.
All right, so where do we begin? How do we get started in trying to address some of these issues?
Well, let's start with text, right? Because all of us are spending more time on our phones these days, so we're getting a lot more of these robo-text or spam texts, and it's just irritating. You reach into your phone and there's nothing good there. So what I recommend, there's a few things that can help us. Our own actions, our phone, and the carriers themselves. Mm-hmm. So let's start with what we can do. First of all, if you get a text from somebody or a business you don't know, don't interact. Don't respond with stop. Don't click on any links which can infect your phone with malware. Just let it be and ignore it. If you keep getting spam text from that number, I would go into your settings and just block that number completely. And you can report it to the FCC as well. The other thing you can do is on your phone itself, and phones are already getting better at stopping the spam before it ever reaches us. But in both the Google Store and the Apple Store, there are apps that can also help manage it. Some of these are free, some of them have a monthly fee of up to $8, so it really depends on how aggressive you want to get with spam. I haven't really felt the need to use any paid services yet. And then the last stop is the carriers themselves. And they don't want to be carrying spam over to you. So they've already set up systems in place. And many of them now are selling enhanced spam stopping services, but again, there's a monthly fee there. So for me, I'm just I just kind of handle it myself, and I haven't had to do anything extra.
Phone. Just yesterday, I got a call asking about a car warranty for my 11-year-old Toyota Yaris, which really, I don't have to worry about the expired car warranty. How do you stop spam when they're calling you?
Yeah, so the first thing is if you don't recognize the phone number, just don't pick it up. That's the easiest thing. Let it go into voicemail. Listen to the voicemail. If it's a company you don't know, I honestly recommend do not even respond to it and just let it go. You can report those phone calls to the FCC. If you keep getting the same calls, again, you can block that on your phone, so that's definitely one opportunity. But those are probably the best things. Reporting it to the FCC, don't pick up the phone, don't respond to these people, and never call them back, because all you're doing in that situation is telling the spammer that there's a real person attached to that number, and then they're either going to keep calling you, or more likely they're going to sell that number on the dark web.
Email spam, I guess, is the one that's been around for the longest, or certainly seems to be the most irritating. How can we deal with that?
Again, I think the tools have gotten better than they were, say, 10, 15 years ago. So Gmail and Outlook do a pretty decent job just keeping most of it out of our inboxes and in our junk folders. You can also set up filters if you're starting to see certain things. So like you could do a filter on the term Russian brides or Canadian pharmacies, and they won't even get into your inbox. It'll immediately go into your junk or to your trash. So those are some of the things. But like we've said for years, don't reply and don't click on any links, because it's the fastest way for them to infect your computer.
A lot of the small businesses in Maine, and we have many, have website contact forms, and those contact forms can actually be a place where spam gets generated. What can small business owners do about that issue?
Yes, and having built many of these websites and these contact forms, I hear from people all the time about this, and I get a lot of these myself. And my feeling is, to a certain degree, getting spam through your forms is the cost of doing business online. It's irritating, but you can set up some filters, again, filters similar to the email filters that will stop this. If you want to get really aggressive, like let's say you only do business in Maine, you could actually ask your web developer to make sure that the IP addresses are coming from at least within the US. You can even block traffic. To me, that feels like overkill. And personally, I'd rather get 20 pieces of spam if it allows me to get that one legitimate lead that I can follow up with. So there are things you can do, and there's CAPTCHA forms, which also, it's like you have to pick out the crossroads or the traffic lights and stuff. We've all done those. And there's some newer CAPTCHAs that actually are invisible to humans but show up for computers. So the computers fill them out, and that immediately tells the form that this isn't really a person. So there are some things that you can do, but like I said, I think it's the cost of doing business.
It's worth mentioning, you've been coming on 207 since about this program began, so it's been a long time now, but this month is a milestone for your business, Flight New Media. 25th anniversary.
Yes, we turned 25 at the beginning of this month, and it's kind of crazy. I have people now working for me who were not born when I started my company in my apartment. So that is kind of crazy, but it is fun, and we've been having a great time, and I've been very blessed to have a lot of great clients and a lot of great teammates as well.
Things do not get boring in the world of ever-changing technology.
They do not.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you. And stay with us. Back with more of 207 right after this.